Okay, yeah. We're happy to come out with a win. I thought we had some really good performances. I thought Natalie Potts really set the tone for us with that double-double and 8 offensive rebounds. And I thought Alexis Markowski obviously was quite efficient, but I thought Birdie came in off the bench and really gave us a spark and just had lots of contributions to give us a great, solid win.
How did the defense improve from Saturday to today?
I thought later in the game we started to kind of figure out what we needed to do to keep the ball a little bit better out of the paint and make them take tough contested shots like outside of the paint. And for the most part, I thought we lost their leading scorer, Gordine, a few times just in, we got to be a little more honed in to which player has the hot hand for the other team, but I thought just did a better job of not letting the ball get to the paint quite as much.
You mentioned getting a lot of contributions, 11 different scores tonight. How big is that building up confidence for so many of the girls now? And then how much tougher will that make your job later in the year when you have to eventually whittle down the rotation a little bit?
Yeah, I think this team has really been good about making that hard decisions for us and everybody finding ways to be a contributor. But I think that right now, while we can keep everybody fresh and healthy and continue to look at some different lineups and see what people are bringing to the table, I'm just appreciating that opportunity to be able to do that. And I think that as things go, our players will continue to learn where their roles fit, where they can find and buy more opportunities for themselves in game situations.
Wasn't a lot of offensive rhythm first quarter and a half. How were your team able to kind of figure it out and get going there offensively after that?
Yeah, I think that it started with getting a couple of really good paint touches, I thought. And, it feels like to me that that Britt and Lex are starting to kind of develop a little bit of a chemistry where Britt's looking for her and Lex is going to go catch it if she throws it to her, and finding her in a couple of transition situations where she was able to get to the paint and dump down or look up over the top as Lex was, sealing or beating her post player down the floor. And it seemed like those kinds of things tend to start opening some other things up for us. I thought, as I mentioned, I thought Birdie came in off the bench and just really did a great job of exploding and getting to the basket. And 13 points and not taking a three, is kind of unique for Birdie's game. But I thought she just did a great job of really putting pressure on the rim and getting to the basket.
Anything else? Any questions about the game in South Dakota on Saturday?
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't played South Dakota since I left there, and so that'll be fun to see some of the old Yotes and the fans, the people. Excited to go back to the Pentagon. It's a really, really neat venue, and I know there's going to be a lot of Husker fans up there, a lot of red.
For people who've never been there, what's unique or neat about that venue?
So they do such a great job of just kind of paying homage to the history of basketball there, and so a lot of really cool things like the secondhand clocks and old lanes painted on the floor, the narrow lanes, and just throughout the concourses, if you walk through, just a lot of history of basketball, so if you're a basketball fanatic, it's just really a cool place. It's got great atmosphere. My sister's team plays their conference championship there every year, and just kind of a lot of fun memories from that arena, and it's just going to have great atmosphere, I know.
What are your favorite memories from there?
Well, to be honest, mostly watching my sister's teams. My team played there when I was at South Dakota a couple of games, and so we had a couple wins in that that place, but probably being able to watch my sister's team have success there is some of my favorites. So. Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.